Hello, my Facebook friends. Let's see if I can tag anybody, if anybody is live. For those of you that are coming in on the replay, say hello. Let me know that you are here. Tell me something that you're grateful for. It's been a while since I've been live. Just absorbing all of the things. There has been so many crazy things that are happening, and not really sure what to do with all of the information, so just kind of been absorbing it. But it's time to talk about it because we are living through some pretty incredible crap. So if you are signing in, say hello. Hi, Alina. Jennifer, crazy is an understatement. Yeah. It's just so hard because I have so many things to say. I can have all these conversations in my head, and then I want to go live and I just feel like I don't know what to say here because I don't know what's going to get me kicked off. I don't know what's going to keep me on. I don't know. It's so hard, but it's so important. Hi, Larissa. It's so important for us to start really speaking out loud because I don't really think people understand what's happening right now. We are fully in war. It has not been declared, but that is what's happening right now. This is the most crucial time in our history, and I'm sure most of you watching this have lived through September 11th. I don't know if you guys are aware of what's happening in Afghanistan, but our president decided to pull our troops out of there and cause a great situation. And there are innocent women and children that are now dying. There are innocent people that are getting caught in the crossroads. There are innocent soldiers here that are being deployed back there. And Joe Biden is about to let 30,000 refugees from Afghanistan into our country with no screening, with no nothing, and the photos of the people coming over are all men. So I'm wondering, where are the women and the children? And I'm really wondering, what the fuck is happening right now? So if somebody watching voted for this guy who's supposed to be running our country right now, but is on vacation. And I don't know, for those of you that live in New Jersey, we're under such a dangerous pandemic that the governor just mandated masks for our children, but he is vacationing in Italy now. Don't people think that there's something wrong with what's happening right now? There is a lot of things that are wrong with what's happening right now. And what I'm seeing people doing is I'm seeing a lot of side chatter of, how do we get out of these things? How do I get out of not getting the V for work? How do I get out of my friends not knowing that I don't want to get the V? How do I hide under the radar until this is all over? But here's the thing, is that this is not going to end. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but CVS just put out ads that there's no more flu shots. They're not giving out any more flu shots, okay? The CDC president herself went on a live program and said, if you have an entire room full of vaccinated people, an entire room, 100% that are vaccinated, you will still have breakthrough cases. This is from the CDC president. 100% compliance, you will still have breakthrough cases. Now, I know for those of you that use fluoride, this is a hard conversation for you to understand. And I'm going to keep talking about the fluoride because it's important for you to understand why you don't fully understand what is happening right now. Okay? In World War II, let's go back to history for a minute, because a lot of people don't understand how World War II, how is it possible that one man was able to get an entire land of people to kill 6 million other human beings? How did that happen? How? People are still asking that question, living through what we are living through right now in 2021. People are still asking that question. How is it possible that this happened in Germany in World War II? If you cannot see the relationship, you are definitely using fluoride. You are fluoridated. You are in a fog right now, because there are websites where you could report someone who does not want to go get a shot. That is the most asinine thing I have ever heard in my lifetime. The superintendent of our schools just sent out an email that the CDC says that it's safe and effective, and that all children over the age of 12 should go get this shot. I am wondering who is liable. Do you guys understand that Pfizer just put out a new medication, that FDA just approved a new medication for ages 3 months to 12-year-olds for heart conditions? Do you know that it's not normal for kids from the age of 3 months to 12 years old to have heart conditions? It is not normal. It is not the new variant getting people sick. The new variant is from the shot. Think about this. I know that this is hard to comprehend, but you have to think about this clearly. The CDC president stated, if you have 100 people in a room and everybody is vaccinated, there are still going to be breakthrough cases. So when you look at an unvaccinated, healthy person and you call them selfish, and you tell them that they're grandma killers, and you tell them that they're perpetuating the problem, you are wrong. It is the vaccinated that are perpetuating this problem. It is those of you that keep listening. I just went to Trader Joe's. 75% of the people were in there with masks on. You are being told you don't have to wear a mask, but yet here you are strapped to your face. Do you guys understand that there are cultures in our world that have been trying to take the masks off for years? Women have been covered from head to toe. Have you seen the CNN reporter who was female, who walked into Afghanistan a few days ago in normal clothing, and the following day she was dressed in all black, completely covered? Why? Because of our president. This is happening because of our president, because of the United States of America. Do you understand that people, they flee here from their countries? They come here for freedom. They come here to get away from that. And now, what are we doing? Our southern borders are open, and now there's 30,000 Afghanistani men who are being imported here. Do you remember 9/11? Do you understand what is happening? I beg you to calm down, chill, calm down. I can't calm down. I can't calm down because people are just hiding under a rock. People are calling me left and right. Shill, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of that? How do I get out of this? You have to stop getting out of things, and you have to start speaking up. You have to start quitting your jobs. You have to start pulling your kids out of school. I had a conversation today with somebody, and he said to me, but Shill, what if my friends want to go eat at a restaurant in New York City as couples? What do we do? I'm like, you don't go to that fucking restaurant. You don't support the people who are trying to take away your freedoms. That's what you do. There's no way around it. But what if I want to go to a football game? Then you don't go to a fucking football game. Then you don't go to another concert. Then you don't do these things, because the longer you do these things, you're not helping the situation. You're perpetuating the situation. You're making it go on longer and longer, because guess what? Crazies like me who are getting this fucking fired up, I will never take that shot. Ever, 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 ever. And I will never stop fighting for freedom. But there's going to come a day that my voice will not be heard. You won't hear this again. I won't be able to come in front of you and plea like this, because they are taking us down. They are shutting us down. They are making you believe that natural immunity is not a thing. They are trying to make you believe that the vaccine that you can still catch the fucking virus with, you can still spread the fucking virus with, is somehow better than you getting the virus and getting through it all on your own. It is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I'm listening to 94.7 yesterday morning, and I hear, just go do it. It's the right thing to do. It's not the fucking right thing to do. It is not safe and effective. The hospitals are overflowing with people who are injured from the shot. Wake the fuck up. It is time. There's no more sugarcoating it. This isn't just my children are getting kicked out of school. This is me, an adult, healthy woman. I'm not allowed to walk into a restaurant anymore because I'm choosing not to take an experimental emergency authorization use only. And now, all of a sudden, I'm not allowed to go eat in a fucking restaurant. How did we get to this point? How did we get to this point? Because of the conspiracy theorists, right? Because of the conspiracy theorists. Because now all of our conspiracies are coming true. And you're still so fucking blind to see it. Because you did it. You went and you voted for this fucking imbecile of a moron. An imbecile of a moron is running our fucking country. Afghanistan is fucking falling apart. Our people are being held hostage, and this guy is on vacation. He's on vacation right now. And come September, you're going to send your kids to school, and they're going to be fucking strapped at the face like this for 8 hours a day. And I'm furious because my freshman wants to go play sports. He wants to play sports, so he wants to put the fucking mask on. And when I tell him let's fight back, he's afraid to fight back. He doesn't want to be singled out. Not everybody is as crazy as I am being able to do a video like this, but I need you to stand up. I need you to help me. I can't do this on my own. I can't save the children if you're going to keep sending the children back to school. I can't help you if you get injured from the vaccine. There's nothing that I can do for you once you are fucking incapacitated. You're not understanding what is happening in our country right now. And the more that you stay quiet, we all go down. We all go down. Everybody needs to stand up. All day on Facebook, people are selling things. People are in their bubbles. People are talking about love. People are talking about light. And believe me, I'd rather be there. I'd rather post half-naked pictures for you guys and fucking sell beautiful events at my office. But I just can't do that right now. I can't do that because the world is falling apart. Our country is falling apart. If the United States goes down, everybody goes down. If you don't understand how World War II happened, open your fucking eyes. It's happening right now. You're a part of it. You are a part of it. If it was 1942 and you were saying vaccine passports, you probably killed a fucking Jew. Understand, we are living through a genocide right now. We are living through a genocide right now. But it's not the Jews who are being attacked right now. It is anybody who is not waking up. Every conspiracy theorist that you've seen over the last 2 years has warned you about this. I have video after video after video that I warned you about this. It's not okay. If you are feeling like you have to go take the vaccine, then go take it. But you can't get on the train to mandate it for all. That is not okay. You cannot force somebody to do a medical procedure against their will. That is called medical rape. Just so you know, if a man tries to have sex with you and you say no, that is considered rape. If I go to the doctor and they try to give me a shot and I say no, that is medical rape. There is no difference. For those of you supporting vaccine passports at the restaurants, that is the same thing like telling a black man that he can't walk inside because he's black, by telling a Jewish person they can't walk inside because they're Jewish, by telling a trans person they can't walk inside. No, private businesses don't get to do whatever the fuck they want to do in the United States of America. No, that's not how it works. We've worked all of these years. All of these years, my whole entire life, all I've heard about is equality for all. Everybody gets treated equal. We all have the same opportunity. Where is Black Lives Matters now? Where are you? Do you know that the most people that are not vaccinated at this moment is the black community? Do you even understand that when New York City says you cannot walk through the door, that it's probably 75% black people that they're turning away? It is reverse racism. Where is Black Lives Matter? Where's all those millions of dollars that went to helping the black people? Oh, you're not paying attention anymore because you're living under your fucking rock thinking that if you just wear your mask and you just take the shot and you just promote all this shit, that it's all gonna go away. It's 18 months later. It's not going away. The flu miraculously went away after 75 fucking years. COVID is here to stay. It's here to stay until you start standing up for yourself. Going to get shot number 1 and 2. Take a look at Israel. They're on shot number 3. They're on shot number 3. And what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're still telling people to go out and get it. People are getting sick after getting 3 shots. I read something. Some guy had 5 heart attacks since his second Pfizer. 5 heart attacks. And he says, imagine what would have happened if I would have gotten COVID. The insanity. It literally makes me want to pull my hair out. The guy had 5 heart attacks. He might have just had a fucking cough and a sneeze. Okay, and maybe he would have been like one of the sicker ones who might have needed to go to the hospital because they had advanced pneumonia. But 5 heart attacks and you think that that's okay? 14-year-old boys who are being hospitalized right now? You can only live under a rock for so long. You can only stay hidden for so long. It's going to come back and bite you. It's 2021 right now. I am going to be doing the same video a year from now, and I'm going to be doing the same video 2 years from now because that's how fucking stupid is. Because you're still watching this and you're still thinking to yourself, oh, but the vaccine saves lives. It doesn't save lives. The CDC has said it out loud. If you get the vaccine, you can still get COVID, you can still spread COVID, and you can still die from COVID. Any other information, by the way, the superintendent of fucking Pascagoula Valley Regional obviously needs a lesson. Because if you saw the email that I was just sent, that it's safe and effective and recommended for all children, why are we fucking with our children? Do you guys have any idea that the flu actually affected children in a negative way? That every year that children died from the flu, but we never mandated masks before. The last year before COVID, one of the elementary schools here had 98 confirmed cases of the flu. 98 cases confirmed of the flu. That school didn't shut down. We weren't shutting anything down. This is a virus that 99.9% of the people will survive. Will survive. I'm going to breathe now. Thank you for listening to my rant. This is why I've not been coming on live, because I just can't control it. I can't control it. The insanity is getting deeper and deeper by the day. The articles that are coming out, the fucking propaganda, the shit that I'm hearing on the radio, I understand. Fluoridated people, I understand. I was a fluoridated person at one point. I understand. I get it. I get it. But see all the people who are preaching about vitamin D, vitamin C, go outside, take your mask off, breathe fresh air, build your immunity, doing all these things. These are normal things. These are normal things. Putting on a mask, stay home, don't go outside, put a mask in your car, shoot yourself up with poison. That's not fucking normal. That's not normal. The entire world is in on this. And if you think that that's so far-fetched and crazy, just remember this. 2 years from now, 1 year from now, 3 years from now, we are in this for a while. It's just beginning. You think Afghanistan is the only one who's about to go down? You better prepare yourself here. You don't think 9/11 could ever happen again? Look at who we voted into office. It's a disgrace to all of the world that this happened here in America. You should be so fucking ashamed of yourself if you voted for that piece of shit. And I know it's the same thing that could have been said about Trump, but let me give you some facts about Trump. In the last 4 years of your life, I will probably say, unless you've had some pretty bad life experiences, they were probably some of the best years of your life. Economically, we were doing great. As a society, we were doing great. There was no wars. There was peace around the world. This big, bad fucking orange guy that had bad tweets could keep world peace for so long. And Biden has been in office for how long? And this is happening. And now he's on fucking vacation. He's on vacation. Sorry, I can't deal with this week. I'm going on vacation tomorrow too. Maybe I can go hang out with this fucking schmuck. I can't even believe that people are still sitting and standing by their decision. You are a fucking disgrace of a human being. If you voted for Biden and you understand that you did wrong, I can forgive you. I can forgive you if you're ready to start standing up for us and you're ready to start fighting back for this shit. But if you think that he is still doing an okay job, you should just go fucking put a swastika on you because you are a Nazi and you are going down. That's what's about to happen. Here's the thing. The difference between World War II and now. Here's the beautiful thing. In World War II, they focused on the Jews, right? They convinced to test the drugs on the Jews. But what's happening now is the Nazis are fucking getting a dose of their own because it's the people who are in line with the government. It's the people who are going to rat you out. Those are the ones who are going and taking the shot. Those are the ones who are being experimented against. So karma always comes back. So for those of you that are thinking that I've lost my mind, I haven't. This is the real Shilamita. This is how I act with Ben Lover when he pisses me off. I see him on here. I can't even read your comments. This is what happens when I'm passionate about things. Goddess of gratitude, love, and light. There's only so much of that until like reality sets in. Prior to the last 5 years, I lived in a bubble. That's why when COVID happened, people were so shocked because they didn't see this side, right? But this is the real deal. This is 8 years of studying vaccines. I have people sending me spoofs now, right? People who've now been enlightened, which I'm so grateful for, this enlightenment that has happened. And I'm saying, by the way, everything you now know and think of the COVID vaccine, that is the same for every fucking vaccine out there. Every single vaccine out there. Not one is 100% effective. Not one is 100% safe. Not one will protect you from not getting the disease. Not one will protect you from not spreading the disease. Newsflash. Newsflash. I've been trying to tell people this for years. Nobody wanted to listen to me. You know why nobody wanted to listen to me? Because it never affected them. So you're not affected until you're affected. And when it comes to vaccine injury, believe me, you don't want to fucking be affected. Listen up. I have nothing to gain. I have nothing to gain. I've actually lost by being this vocal. I actually had to have a conversation with my fiance about coming on live and being this vocal because it's affected all of my businesses over the last year. But you know what? It's why I'm alive. It's the reason why I'm here. If I don't speak the truth, then what is the point of being here? To live a lie? I'm not going to live a lie. What's the point? What's the point? If you feel like you're living a lie every day, if you show up to work and you put your head down low and you pretend like you took that vaccine and you don't fucking speak up, you're just as bad as them. Understand that this is the way that it goes now. Look, my mom wouldn't listen and she is vax injured. Look, the comments are there. They're all real. I want to know how many people watching right now. There's 56 people watching. Tell me in the comments below how many of you know somebody who is vaccine injured. Tell me how many of you know somebody who's passed away from this vaccine and then somebody that's been injured from another vaccine. Tell me. Tell me, do you know that organizations like Autism Speaks are funded by pharmaceutical companies? So of course there's no connection between autism and vaccines because look at who they're funded by. You have to follow the money. You have to follow the money. Free vaccines, donuts for vaccines, beers for vaccines, win $1 million, win dinner with the governor. What the fuck? What the fuck? If they wanted to save your life, they would give you free vitamins. They would give you free cancer treatments. They would give you free glasses. They fucking charge you for everything else. But yet the pharmaceutical companies, they're making billions of dollars, billions and billions of dollars they're making off of the vaccine. Hydrochloroquine, ivermectin, the reason why those work is because COVID feeds on parasites. If you have active parasites, that is why those medicines work, but they're only 10 cents a pill. They're not worth anything. So they're not pushing that because they're not worth anything. Why are people ending up on COVID, on ventilators? Because they're not treating the parasites. They're going to the hospital and they're getting put on a vent because the COVID is in their lungs, but they have to treat the root of the problem. The root of the problem is in the gut. Just like all of you who are overweight and obese, eating your fucking McDonald's, Oreo cookies, Pepsi, telling me to save lives by going and getting my vaccine. No thank you. How about that? How about if you get to tell me what I have to inject in my body, then I get to tell you what you get to eat on a daily basis. Do you want to play that game with me? Because my kids have to play that game with me and they don't really like it. Look, yes, my own daughter, I warned and she took the vaccine in May. Now she has continued terrible migraines. Of course, nobody knows why. Go figure. Thank you. I feel a little bit better now. I go on this rant at least once a day. I don't usually do it in public forums, but it's time. It's time. We have to start talking about this publicly. We have to start talking about it every single day. Nurses and doctors, they fucking lost time with their families last year to take care of your family members, and they're now losing their jobs. They are losing their jobs because they don't want to take the vaccine. And people are supporting this. You same fat fuck piece of shit that got every delivery to you at your house for the last year and collecting money from the government, you think that the nurse that saved your grandmother's life should get fired now because she won't go along with what the government is telling you to do. Not one of you who have taken the vaccine have actually done any research on it. You have not done any research on it. You cannot tell me that you have done your research and continue to go do it. I promise you, if you ever want to have a conversation about any vaccine, not just the COVID vaccine, let's talk about babies. Your little born baby, fresh and healthy in this world, do you know the first vaccine they get? Hepatitis B, which is a sexually transmitted disease, because every baby in the first 6 hours of their life need to get a sexually transmitted disease vaccine. Do you know why they need to get it? From the fucking pedophiles that are running this world. That's why they put a sexually transmitted disease for little babies when they first come out. Otherwise, there's no reason for them to have that. That eye goop that they get, that eye goop is also for sexually transmitted diseases, which everybody knows when a mother goes into labor, whether or not she's got a sexually transmitted disease or not. So why does every single baby get the eye goop when they come out? Money. That's why. Because there's money attached. Vitamin K shot. They told me it's just a vitamin. It's just a vitamin. A vitamin that comes with a black box label, which means this vitamin can cause death. But it's just a vitamin. And guess what? Your fat 4-pound baby, your 8-pound baby, your 12-pound baby, they just got the same exact dose of that just a vitamin. Shouldn't they come with a dose prescription? Okay. I'm starting to feel better now. I can't even go through all your comments right now because I have to go teach for Lifestyle Upgrade. But I needed to release some energy before I did it because the calls are coming in. People are frantic. People are trying to go out of their way to scam the system. And I don't blame you. I really don't. But the more that I think about it, the more that I think that the more you scam the system, the more we are hurting everybody else. Because this will never end. It will never end. It will never end until we come together. Take a look at what's happening in France. Take a look at what's happening in all these other countries, the stuff that they're not showing you. Go to DuckDuckGo. Go to DuckDuckGo, not Google. Get off of fucking Google. Google's not showing you what you need to. When you Google something, do you know what's coming up? Articles from 2013. It's 2021. We're the most sophisticated country in the world. Why is Google showing me articles from 2013? It makes no sense. Why? Because they've hid everything. They're hiding everything from us because guess what? Fluoridated sheep, they can only make it through the first paragraph. They can't make it through page 3. Believe me, I know. I have ADD. I get it. I was trying to help Mikey with high school today. I'm like, here, you read this. I don't want to read this. Nobody wants to read this shit. Nobody wants to read this shit. Nobody wants to talk about this shit. Everybody wants to hide. I want to hide too. I don't want to talk about this stuff. But it's not going away. It is not going away. It's getting more dangerous. Next is a terrorist attack. It's coming. It's coming. And if you don't think it's coming, it's coming. And once it happens, we all know the destruction for that. Anybody that was around New York City knows the destruction of what a terrorist attack is about to bring in. There are 30,000 refugees on their way over here. 30,000. No COVID vaccine, no COVID screening, nothing. They're going to let them out on the streets of Texas. Everybody coming in on the southern border. Nobody knows. Nobody knows because all of you went to your voting booth on November 2nd. You placed your blue vote and then you went back into the hole that you came out of. And you're hoping and praying that your best friends won't stop hanging out with you and that you don't get kicked off the cheerleading squad and nothing bad happens because you followed along with what everybody did. But it's going to backfire because karma always does. Understand, karma always comes back. World War II, it was the Jews. Now it's the Nazis that went after those Jews. So if you can't wake up, you're going to be one of the ones that go down. You think that we've seen the worst of it? We haven't even seen the half of it. You think because you got your vaccine, you had a little bit of a fever or no reaction at all that you're okay? You're not okay. Side effects take months. Side effects take years. Just remember, because people can't make the connection. Women are miscarrying left and right. Babies are fucking dying left and right. By the way, in the United States of America, you're allowed to abort a baby at 9 months. You can go to an abortion clinic with a 9-month baby in your stomach. You can get an abortion, but now you can't say no to a vaccine. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Please tell me. Please tell me. All right, I'm done now. That's my rant. That's what I had to say for today. For this moment, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go write this down. In New York, there is a congressman, Richie Torres is his name. Nice black guy from New York. He put a bill, I believe it's AH 4890. Somebody fact check me on that. That bill says that we will need a vaccine passport to go from state to state on an airplane. I want you to call his office tomorrow. If all 70 watching this right now, call his office tomorrow. Tell him that you oppose that. You oppose a vaccine passport, period. No travel, no restaurants, no gyms, no nothing. What can you do now? You stop supporting the restaurants that are doing this. You stop supporting the businesses that are doing this. You say no to putting on a mask. You pull your children out of school. There are enough of us. We can help each other. We can help each other. We just have to step forward for each other. I know that you're going to tell me that you can't quit your job and stay home with your children. I know you're going to tell me that you have nowhere to put your children, but there is always a way. There is always a way. Yes, I can make a post about it. Yes, I will make a post about it. We got to start stepping up. We got to start stepping up. And the first thing that you can do is you can start encouraging people to stop using fluoride. Stop using fluoride. Say no to critical race theory. This is another thing. Critical race theory. This whole thing is driving me so mad because my generation, I know that anybody who is in my generation knows and understands that we were brought up to know that everybody was equal. We had a black president for fucking 8 years, for crying out loud. I can't even believe what is happening in 2021 when we had a black president for 8 years. Where was the oppression then? Where was all the slave drivers then? We are operating in modern day slavery right now. Modern day segregation is happening right now. You've been twisted into thinking that we were not operating well, but 4 years ago, 8 years ago, this country was the best that it would ever be. You will never have 100 people on board. It will never be all or nothing, ever, 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 ever. No matter what you do, you will never have 100% of the people. I love you all. I love you all. I thank you for being here. I thank you for supporting me. I'm going to start going live more often because obviously you guys like it. You like this side of me. I'm still all love and light and gratitude, but it's getting really hard because we are living in a really dangerous time and we got to start moving in the right direction. And right now we're not moving in the right direction. We are moving in the wrong direction. Oh, Becky, can you post Richie's information right now? This is it. This is it. Just so you know, if you feel like you've been put on this planet to make a purpose, this is your time. This is the time. And guess what? Leaders are not chosen. Leaders rise up. Leaders rise up. Okay? That's how leadership works. Leaders don't just get chosen by the people. Leaders rise up. So if you have knowledge, start showing up to your board of ed meetings. Start fighting with your I cannot wait to write an email back to the superintendent. This is the second time in less than a week that he's told us to go out and get the vaccines because they're safe and effective. So I'm just wondering if my superintendent is going to be responsible for every single person that is being injured along the way. Breathe. Everybody take a deep breath with me. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. We just need to start pulling together, working together, speaking up, and stop acting like nothing is happening because there is a lot happening. I love you. See you guys soon.